Has it ever happened to you that you were talking with someone and suddenly you started stuttering, looking for that perfect word that's on the tip of your tongue? You wished you had that right word which would have made you sound smarter. To avoid such situations in future, why not learn some smart words? Hello everyone, I'm Shilpa from SpeakSmartEnglish.com. Language helps us to communicate with others, and perfect vocabulary elevates our level where we can express ourselves precisely and elaborately. Today, we are going to learn 10 smart words which would help you to articulate your thoughts and ideas. Here is the first one: capitulate. I repeat, capitulate. If you capitulate, you stop resisting and do what someone else wants you to do, and mostly unwillingly. There are several synonyms to it: to surrender, to give up, to yield. Let's see how to use it in a sentence. The club eventually capitulated and now grants equal rights to women. The CEO refused to capitulate to Terry's salary demands, so she tendered her resignation. One more. The company capitulated to the labor union to avoid a strike. The next, catch 22. Sometimes we find ourselves in a difficult situation from which there is no escape, because you need to do one thing before doing a second, but you need to do the second thing before you can do the first. Such a situation is called a catch 22 situation. Is it too confusing? Then let me explain this through some examples. It's a catch 22 situation here. Nobody wants to support you until you're successful. But without the support, how can you ever be successful? Here is the next. A new YouTuber is always stuck in a catch 22 situation. To reach out to a large number of people, you need more subscribers. But people don't subscribe because you don't have enough subscribers. Let's see one more example. The show business catch 22. No work unless you have an agent. No agent unless you have worked. Have you ever faced a catch 22 situation in your life? I'm sure you must have. The next, clandestine. I repeat, clandestine. Something that is clandestine is hidden or kept secret, often because it is illegal or improper. Here are some examples. She undertook several clandestine operations for the CIA. A clandestine meeting was held between leaders of the two parties. The sale of weapons was clandestine. So instead of using the typical word secret, you can use this formal word clandestine. Now the next, cogent. Cogent. A cogent reason, argument, or example is strong and convincing. There are several synonyms of cogent: compelling, effective, convincing, powerful, influential, and so on. Some examples: she put forward some cogent reasons for abandoning the plan. He makes a cogent argument for improving early childhood education. Paul's inability to present a cogent explanation left the panel wondering if they should approve his proposal. Number 5, delineate. Delineate something means to describe, draw, or explain something in detail. For example, our objectives need to be precisely delineated. The main characters are clearly delineated in the first chapter. It also means to mark, form, or show the outline of something. Look at these examples. The boundary of the car park is delineated by a low brick wall. He delineated the state of Texas on the map with a red pencil. Number 6, ennui. I repeat it, ennui. This has come from French. It is a feeling of being bored, tired, and dissatisfied because nothing interesting is happening. For example, the whole country seems to be affected by the ennui of winter. The drab and lengthy movie produced an unbearable ennui. The work from home demanding routine can create a lingering sense of ennui. I really hope my video is not creating any ennui for you. Now, number 7, fabricate. Fabricate means to invent or produce something false to deceive someone, to trick someone. He was late, so he fabricated an excuse to avoid trouble. The evidence was totally fabricated. The other meaning is to produce a product, especially in an industrial process. In short, to manufacture. All the tools are fabricated from high quality steel. The company fabricates and sells aeroplane components. Number 8, fastidious. This one is quite tricky because it can be considered as positive quality as well as negative and disapproving to a certain extent. If you say that someone is fastidious, you mean that he or she pays great attention to detail because he or she likes everything to be very neat, accurate, and in good order. I'm sure you must have heard its synonym, and that's meticulous. But the thing is, should we consider this as good quality? Depends, right? Everything needs to be within limit. When it crosses that, it can be annoying for the other people. And then we use words like fussy, finicky, picky, critical, etc. Now let's see how to use this word in a sentence. She dressed with fastidious care. I think in this case, it is good quality. He is very fastidious about how a suitcase should be packed. As long as he is packing his own suitcase, that shouldn't be a problem to anyone. There is one more meaning. If you say that someone is fastidious, you mean that they are concerned about keeping clean to an extent that many people consider to be excessive. For example, they were too fastidious to eat in a fast food restaurant. Be particularly fastidious about washing your hands before touching food. But I think in today's situation, during this COVID pandemic, it's better to be fastidious, isn't it? Number 9, gambit. Gambit means a thing that somebody does or something that somebody says at the beginning of a situation or conversation that is intended to give him or her some advantage. It may also simply means to start or continue a conversation without thinking about any advantage. There are several other similar words such as strategy, tactic, policy, move, ploy, maneuver, etc. Let's study how to use it in sentences. They said the plan was no more than a clever political gambit. He sees the proposal as more of a diplomatic gambit than a serious defense proposal. Bernard made no response to Tom's conversational gambits. And now, the last, litany. Litany of something is a long repetitive list or series of unpleasant things. For instance, the manufacturers are reported to have received a litany of complaints from dissatisfied customers. His teacher wrote a litany of critical comments on his essay. The patient recited a litany of complaints. Today we have learned 10 smart words. Here is a quick recap of these words. Go through them carefully and then try to solve this small exercise. How was it? Could you get the right answers? These are some impressive but complicated words, aren't they? So, how are you going to remember them? The only mantra is practice. Try different sentences using these words and share them with me. So, that's it for now. Was this lesson useful to you? If you liked it, then please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, and press the bell icon to all for the notifications of my new videos. See you next time. Till then, happy learning and keep smiling.